I am Simone Borri. Nice to meet you. I am from Italy, from Firenze, and I am researcher at CNR, the National Research Council in Italy, which is the largest public research institution in Italy. Particularly, I work in the National Institute of Optics, which is one of the institute of CNR. I am a physicist, and in ForeSight, I am responsible of the development of a new device, which is a LiDAR working at long wavelengths. Yeah, CNR is a huge institution, so there are a lot of different research fields inside. What we do in the National Institute of Optics is doing research in photonics, especially. Essentially all the aspects of photonics, from biophotonics to atoms and molecules to lasers and so on. In our group, we are especially expert in mid-infrared laser sources and sensing, and this is why we join at ForeSight, because we are expert in this field. For ForeSight, we will build a LiDAR device, which is a device essentially used to detect obstacle or persons at a distance and measure the distance. And we want to use long wavelengths, so essentially mid-infrared lasers, because they are advantages to detect objects under low visibility conditions. So imagine that you are in presence of fog or smoke or some difficult situation where your eyes cannot see anything and normal cameras don't see anything. You use long wavelength radiation, long wavelength lasers to penetrate the fog, the smoke, and so on, and see what is in front of you or in the area around you. As I mentioned to you before, we have a long-term expertise in long wavelength lasers, and we have more than 20 years expertise in using mid-infrared lasers to develop sensors, especially trace gas sensor, because we are involved in several projects for environmental monitoring or air quality analysis. But in this case, we put our expertise at disposal for this new instrument. It is a new device which is essentially for some situations, difficult situation like low visibility condition, to rescue people or to be able to drive, to move without seeing the obstacles. Well, our expectations are to be able to develop something which can be used in the future in a real scenario, in a real situation. For now, the technological, the system is at an early stage, so we are doing research. But we are doing research for the future, so we want to demonstrate something useful, and then, of course, work for making it usable for daylight situations.